Now entering the arena is Clemson University's graduating class of 2024. The stage party is being led by the Clemson University Marshal, Dr. Lauren Duffy. Please remain standing. Approaching the podium is the interim registrar of Clemson University, Rock McCaskill.
Colors is being performed by Company C4 of the Clemson University Pershing Rifles. It will be followed by the singing of our national anthem, led by Ansley Hollingsworth, graduating senior in performing arts.
dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order! Order! Halt! Right! Base! Guard! Forward! Arms! Forward! March!
Welcome. I hereby open Clemson University's graduation ceremony. Today, those who the faculties of Clemson's colleges and schools have recommended to the provost and to the president for graduation will come forward to receive the congratulations of the president. Clemson University is pleased to provide open captioning and American Sign Language interpreting for today's ceremony. I would like to invite Victoria Cook, graduating senior in management, to the podium for the invocation.
Let us pray. God, thank you for today and all that this celebration represents. Thank you for leading us to this exciting point in our journey. We give thanks as we walk across this stage for all of the people that you have brought into our lives to help us become the men and women we are today. We give thanks for our parents and loved ones who have sacrificed greatly and provided love and support in reaching this milestone. We give thanks for the friends we have made along the way who have walked with us through the good times and the bad. We give thanks for the faculty, staff, and administrators who helped us grow into our potential. We are thankful to this university for providing us with a safe place to learn and an incredibly strong foundation to build upon as we go forward into the world. Today, we also pray for tomorrow. Grant us courage to embrace the challenges ahead, wisdom to make sound decisions, and compassion to serve others. May our aspirations be guided by integrity, empathy, and a commitment to excellence. As we embark on new journeys, may we never forget the values instilled in us and the infinite possibilities that await. Be our guide and our guard as we continue on our journey. Amen.
You may be seated. My name is Bob Jones, and I'm the Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost for Clemson University. It is now my honor to introduce a teacher, a scholar, a national leader in higher education who has brought Clemson University to new heights in its reputation and positive impacts on our state and nation, a man who has inspired our students, our staff, our faculty, and our alumni, and fortunately for us, our 15th president of Clemson University, Dr. James P. Clements.
Thank you, Dr. Jones, and thank you for the great job you are doing as our Executive Vice President and Provost. Will you please help me thank this gentleman for his leadership? Good afternoon. Go Tigers. Let's see if we can get a little louder. Good afternoon. Go Tigers. Will you please give a big, loud round of applause to Ansley for the great job she did singing the national anthem. Also, as you heard, Ansley graduated this morning, so congratulations again, Ansley. Let me start by saying to all who are graduating today, I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. And I'm really happy for you. And I'm truly honored to be here with you on this very special day. Welcome to Clemson University's May 2024 graduation ceremony. Graduation is one of the most special days in the life of a university. And I'm thrilled that we are together today to celebrate you as you walk across this stage to properly mark this important milestone in your life. You did it. You made it to the finish line. This is a day when we celebrate your hard work and your achievements and imagine all of the possibilities that lie ahead for you. It's also a day to recognize the family members and friends, mentors, and others who nurtured you, who supported you, and who helped to make this day possible. To all of the moms and the dads, the spouses, the grandparents, the children, the siblings, the aunts, the uncles, the friends, and the mentors who are here with you today, you honor us and these graduates with your presence. I think you all deserve a very loud round of applause. And since Mother's Day is this weekend, I feel it is appropriate for me to acknowledge the greatest teacher in my life, my mother, who passed away 13 years ago. Would you please join me in thanking all of the moms who are here today who love us, nurture us, and teach us so much. Speaking of family, others wanted desperately to be here, but some are unable to be with us. In some special cases, these family members have been called to serve our country. This high calling has caused some to miss this important milestone in your life. We are grateful for their service and their sacrifice. We also thank those members of the graduating class who served this great nation. These veterans, active service members, and newly commissioned officers from our Army and Air Force ROTC programs are distinguished by the red, white, and blue cords that they wear today. I would like to ask all in the arena who have served and those who are currently serving in the armed forces to please stand or raise your hand and accept our deep thanks. I know that some guests today have returned to their alma mater to witness family and loved ones join them as Clemson alumni. If you are a graduate of this great university, please stand or raise your hand so that we can welcome you home to the upstate. Also want to recognize and thank our incredible faculty and dedicated staff whose commitment to excellence in teaching, research, and service help to ensure your success here at Clemson. If you are a faculty or staff member here today, would you please stand and be recognized? I would also like to extend a special congratulations to any faculty or staff member who are receiving their degrees today. We're privileged to have with us several members of the University Board of Trustees. I would like to ask each to please stand as I call their name and remain standing until all have been called. I ask that you please wait to show your appreciation until all have been introduced. Mrs. Kim Wilkerson, Chair of the Board. Mr. Nicky McCarter, Vice Chair. Dr. Lewis Lynn, Mr. Joe Swan, Dr. Ronnie Lee, Dr. J.J. Britton, Trustee Emeritus, Mr. Bill Hendricks, Trustee Emeritus, and Mr. Alan Wood, Trustee Emeritus. Thank you all for your dedication and your incredible leadership. We also have several executive officers and other guests. As I read their names, I ask them to please stand and remain standing until all have been introduced. Again, I ask that you please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Dr. Robert H. Jones, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. Dr. Felicia Benton Johnson, Vice President for Diversity and Inclusive Excellence. Dr. Chris Miller, Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Brian O'Rourke, Vice President for Advancement. Mrs. April Purvis, Executive Secretary to the Board of Trustees, and Mr. Tony Wagner, Executive Vice President and Chief Operations Officer. Would you please help me thank them for their leadership?
It is my pleasure to now recognize our academic leaders. Please hold your applause until I have introduced them all. Dr. Sean Britton, Associate Provost and Dean of Undergraduate Studies. Wendy York, Dean of the Wilbur O. and Ann Powers College of Business. Dr. Greg Guerrero, Interim Dean of the College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Life Sciences. Dr. Sarah Winslow, Dean of the Clemson University Honors College. Chris Cox, Dean of Libraries. Mr. Rock McCaskill, Interim Registrar. Dr. Lauren Duffy, President, Faculty Senate, and Clemson University Marshal. And Mr. Jake Anderson, the past President of the Staff Senate. Please help me thank these academic leaders.
Tuesday, we hosted our doctoral hooding ceremonies. In all, 126 students were eligible to participate in the doctoral hooding ceremony, representing 36 degree programs in 12 countries. Let's take a moment to congratulate these newest doctoral degree recipients. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my immense pleasure to present to you the graduating class of 2024. Will all candidates for graduation please stand and be recognized? By the authority vested in me by the Clemson University Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of our faculty, I hereby confer upon you the bachelor's degree with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereto, and as testimony thereof, I present you with a diploma from the university. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to invite each graduate, beginning with the first row on this side, to come forward and to be recognized. All others may be seated at this time.
And now, candidates from the College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Life Sciences.
Sean Michael Abbott. Blair D. Abernathy, Erickson Jalen Abney, Garrett J. Addy, Justin Michael Allen, Sarah Avera, Harrison Babb, Delaney Balico, Bridget Louise Barnes, Mackenzie Christina Barrett, Walker Cabe Beasley, Brielle Bellamy, Thomas Zachary Berry, Gunnar Michael Black, Christian Webster Blackburn, Diavion Celine Vache Blanchard Crittenden, Kristen McKay Bowes, Thomas Granger Bowling, Abigail Gwendolyn Bunker, Thomas Cole Boozer, William Bowman IV, Ari Bragg, Garrett Brandt, Taryn Laney Brazel, James Daniel Brinson, Molly D. Brockwell, Anne Marie Brooks, Lieutenant Dylan James Brower, Rachel Hannah Brown Villarreal, Lara Elizabeth Burke, Miles Nelson Burns, Natalie Elizabeth Burton, Kaylee Elise Butler, Haley Elizabeth Campbell, Ashley Lynn Canaday, Sophie Hope Kaplan, Mary Mason Carpenter, Annabelle Laurel Carroll, Shannon Marie Casey, Bennett T. Charles, Jose Chare Perales, Emma Joan Chin, Morgan Francis Clark, Kara Denise Coker, Sharon Elizabeth Cole, John Luke Coltolino, Griffin C. Cone, Ashley Paige Conroy, Sarah Ellen Chi Cook, Marilise Abigail Cornwell, Samantha Rose Cotton, Emily Kendall Cox, Tucker Cribb, Michael Davis Cromer, Deshauna Sade Cruz, Emily Colbreth, Lindsay Grace Cummings, Paige DeMarco, Isabella Livia De La Rosa, Grant Dalton Doolittle, Alexandria Golden Dow, Todd Mansell Downey Jr., Sarah Catherine Dumont, Abriana Elise Dutton, Victoria Grace Eastergaard, Sarah Edizad Mazafar, John Etheridge, Joshua L. Eubanks, Jayla Danielle Evans, Austin Chase Everall, Mary Elena Inocencia Fernandez Parker, Maya Camille Fink, Stanley Calhoun Finley, Morgan Elizabeth Flegel, Christopher T. Fleury, Eileen Rose Flutter, Lauren Elizabeth Forney, Griffin Dallas Fuller, Kayla Elizabeth George, Paul Greer Geddes, Ty M. Gilreath, Zachary Michael Giuliano, Catherine Elise Glenn, Hannah Rose Glover, Gracie Elise Gochi, Hartley Grant, China Marie Chaudet Grant, Chloe Griot, Jessica Lois Gregory, Ezekiel Joseph Guevara, Dina C. Graves, Herbert Trask Gray, Caitlin Elizabeth Griffin, Lauren Elizabeth Grooms, McCullough Wagner Hankel, Colden Bailey Harmon, Savannah Rose Harpley, Kaylin Brooke Hawes, Dylan Hazard, Elizabeth B. Heeger, Tyler Bryce Henderson, Jordan Alexis Henry Geeter, Sebastian Daesoon Hicks Kim, Trayton Isaac Hill, Aubrey Ann Holland, Griffin Joseph Howland, David Peter Hucks, Andrew Dukes Isgett, Taya James, LaKayla Demera Johnson, Charsley Denise Johnson, Zach James Jordan, Eliana Rose Joseph, Virginia Stewart Cackley, Rachel K. Lee Kane, Ruby Jane Kenya, Allison Nicole Karamas, Jenny Catherine Keglovitz, Lindsay Joellen Kelly, Madeline Eleanor King, Charles O. King, Kaylin Grace Kingston, Katie Elizabeth Kirkman, Kaylee Coker, Audrey Elizabeth Cosson, Nicholas Kronline, Kelly Kuhar, Grace Ayers Lafitte, Patrick Basil Lane, Julia Ruth Langford, Adley Lawton, Kaylee Elizabeth Leisure, Robert M. Lee, Penelope Price Lee, Thomas Chase Lee, Marie Riley Leger, Mary Marks Leonard, Allison McKinley Lewis, Anna Grace Little, Carson Ely Long, Laura Lothridge, Summer Faith Lucas, Jessica Lines, Jenna Lines, Alicia Sharon Mack, Brody Colin Mahaffey, Kira Erica Meyer, Lillian Page Margison, Jordan Lee Martin, William Allen McAllister, Luke Wilson McCormick, Lonnie Marie McKenzie, Kirstianne Michelle McLaren, John Franklin McMakin III, Mally Ann Medlock, Merritt Elizabeth Meeks, Caroline Blair Michelson, Catherine Lane Midgley, Thomas Michael Miles Jr., Emily Carter Morrison, Kisa Moman, Piper Lee Monk, Anna Kirby Moore, Daniel Morales, Valeria I. Morales, Brittany K. Morant, Angela Meshreki Morkos, Alexandria Ruth Morris, Caroline Morose, Daniel Braden Mull, Emma Jeanette Mullane, Bronwyn Elizabeth Mulligan, Jeffrey D. Mundell, Cole Thomas Myers, Mallory Ann Nichols, Joan Marie Markey Nimmer, Tristan Thomas Nisbet, Allison Ann O'Connor, Lila Grace O'Neill, Maggie Oldham, Julia Margaret Ostrowski, Lee Trevor Paget, Ellie Pallenbaum, Brianna Cecilia Parker, Grace Pascarella, Ishika Patel, Ashlyn Elizabeth Patterson, Gracie Perkins, Hallie Reese Perry, Carter Shane Phillips, Jordan Grace Phillips, Jacob Preston Pierce, William Wesley Player, Peyton Caroline Player, Michaela Page Porter, Caroline Elizabeth Pruden, Raven Patricia Ramsey, Haley Alyssa Ramsey, Lieutenant Kylie Nicole Randberg, Madison A. Rankin, Samuel Reisner, Ansley Beth Rentz, Amanda Michelle Rickey, Gray Duffy Riley, Emily Kathleen Rinaldi, Natalie Page Roberts, Jonathan Daniel J.D. Ross, Tiernan Ruthier, Rebecca Margaret Rowley, Luis Ruvalcaba, Jessica Renee Ryberg, Andrew Morel Severance, Ryan Philip Schrank, Aubrey Pearson Scrimshire, Angela Catherine Scumaci, Elizabeth Jennings Searcy, Andrew M. Seelig, Grayson Wayne Seymour, Jacqueline Stefan Schell, Leah Beverly Slater, Adam Michael Smallridge, Ella Louise Smith, Catherine Geraldine Smith, Hunter Vance Smith, Hadley Elizabeth Smith, Grayson Riley Smoke, Zoe M. Snyder, Edward Harrelson Spivey, Lauren Rose Stahersky, Sloan Stoklosa, Ashley Laura Stone, Emma Stopka, Rachel Elise Stratton, Julia Marie Strecco, Mason Strickland, Claire Elizabeth Sumners, Dawson Cole Sweat, Andrew Curtis Talkish, Gabrielle Megan Talent, Pan Caroline Tankersley, Isabella Victoria Tassoni, Brianna Michelle Taylor, Ashley Elizabeth Terry, Ashlyn Valeria Thomas, Lieutenant Carter Samuel Thompson, Laura Karen Thorne, Sarah Elizabeth Teets, Elizabeth Durant Timberlake, Lane Christopher Towery, Allie Lynn Trotter, Daniel Seth Trotter, Eden N. Turek, Jervy Hayes Ulmer, Rivers Cameron Ulmer, Catherine Ann Valente, Rachel Van Hook, Maggie Lane Vaughn, Jeffrey Hudson Wade, Emily Kristen Walters, Griffin George Webb, Emma Reagan Webb, Michaela Cornelia Weston, David Russell Wilkins, Jackson Bradley Williams, Callie B. Williams, Saya Bishop Williams, Maxwell Lee Wilson, Jacob Dwayne Wilson, Jocelyn Mariana Wood, James Harrison Wood III, Stephen Lamar Youngener, Jillian Zaggy, Laura Elizabeth Zarzar, Emmeline Willa Catherine Zeiler,
And now, candidates from the Wilbur O. and Ann Powers College of Business.
Majd Abdallah, Marina Acosta Guastella, Joseph Frank Adams, Kate Ansley Epley, David Alexander Aldridge, Lauren Jolie Amerson, Allison Anderson, Joseph James Anello, Molly Jane Anton, Louisiana Araujo, Catherine Mary Atkinson, Reed E. Axon, Lucy Grace Idlet, Noelle Emily Baisley, Erica Reagan Ballas, Taylor Davison Ball, John Carter Bandy, Derek Clifton Barnes II, Sarah Barr, Christian Andrew Barr, Catherine Elizabeth Barrington, Ella Grace Berry, Callum Michael Battaglia, Adam Charlton Bauer, Oliver Daniel Baines, Heather Michaela Beasley, Brooke Elizabeth Beckwith, Rebecca Bell, Cheryl Layton Bell, Jessica Lynn Bell, Jaharia LaPage Bellamy, Austin Ballou, Jillian Benberry, Hannah Rose Benkesser, Grace Bennett, Sykes Joshua Berry, Paige Elizabeth Berta, James Maxwell Bertoncino, Tyler Andrew Bessendorfer, Ainsley Betzig, Brandon Cully Biggs, Hannah Danielle Binnicker, Ashley Ann Binns, Mary Thomas Blackstone, Maggie Catherine Blackwell, Ryan Blanchard, Catherine Emma Bogan, David Ryan Bukawi, Jenna Elizabeth Bolding, William Edward Bond, Courtney Allison Banyai, Hannah Book, Maximus Alexander Boscalia, Madison Elizabeth Bauer, Wesley Gibson Boyd, Jackson Brian Boyd, Sarah Grace Bradford, William Deshaun Bradley, Jack William Braun, Preston C. Brazel, Bridget Mary Breen, Joseph William Brennan, Caroline Brinson Bridges, Taylor Grace Brown, Leah N. Bruner, Evan Matthew Bruner, Benjamin Robert Bruno, Jackson Hendricks Bryan, Elizabeth Hoke Buell, Ava Lee Buffum, Parker Ellie Burns, Kate Burns, Lieutenant Joshua Nathan Burrell, William John Butler, Isabel Grace Butler, Elizabeth Marie Busby, Robert H. Byrd III, Reagan May Carteret, Cameron Finley Cagney, Sophie Elizabeth Candler, Danielle Marie Can, Riley Ellen Carey, Julia Lou Carino, Nicholas Wayne Carroll, Sophia Casali, Katie Brooks Catledge, Marley Elizabeth Catledge, Grayson Parker Causey, Angelina Jenny Cavallero, Melody Jasmine Chambers, William K. Chastain, Sarah Christine Chevreau, Madison Chisholm, Ellie Nicole Christensen, Cameron Ward Claremont, Kendall Maria Clark, Zachary T. Clark, Cassidy Nicole Clark, Connor J. Cochran, Erin Michelle Cole, Jillian Ruth Coleman, Avery Collier, Bo Collins, Joshua Lloyd Collins, Helen McLean Connolly, Mary Connolly, Callie Nicole Cook, Nathan Lee Cooper, Kennedy K. Cope, Louis J. Coppa, Peyton Vane Coppola, Victoria Ashley Cook, John Timothy Corley, Paige Autumn Corliss, Jacqueline Cortez Garcia, Cassidy Teagan Costello, William Christopher Cotton, Amanda Grace Courtney, Sean Ryan Coyne, Brendan Michael Creighton, Michael Allen Crenshaw, Claire Ellen Crocker, Mary Grace Cromer, Kira Murray Cronin, Benjamin Taylor Crooks, Kaylin Crow, Andrew Reynolds Crowley, Hampton Hauser Culler V, Gracie Ann Cully, John D. Cullum, Madison Ray Curtis, Christopher Tyler Suica, Emma Fuller Dentremont, Gabrielle Shannon Dadiego, Sam Ramsey Daklala, Landry Kate Daniel, Adam P. Datsko, Brandon Dodson Davis, William Anthony DeCastro, William Benjamin Dean Jr., Slater Daniel Dean, Mark Robert DeMott, Dylan John Dennis, Catherine Lisette Denny, Jack Desplaces, Jelena Denise Diaz, Abigail Elaine Dills, Erin Christina DeMarzo, Sarah Lindsay DeMonicas, Danielle Marie Denisco, Roman Keen Dominguez, John Patrick Donnelly, Benjamin Peter Doherty, Lily Anna Doherty, Megan Dowling, Selena Kathleen Floor Colbreth, Caroline Downs, Luke Daniel Dries, Mary McLeod Draseco, Kaylee Dusing, Connor Dunham, Emma Olivia Dunlap, Gabrielle Dunn, Connor Dunphy, Mackenzie Lee Durrell, Virginia Catherine Logan Eagles, Eliza Ambrose Easterby, Jackson Deschent, Madeline Trask Eckel, Alexis Caitlin Eckerson, Dupree Alexander Edens, Jack Henderson Edwards, Jeffrey Egan, Peyton Emery, Allison Grace Enright, Harrison Weldon Esty, Ansley Reese Etheridge, Gavin Fashon, Thomas Ryan Fagan, Dylan Matthew Foz, Lacey Rose Foz, Ted Fairchild, Celie Daniela Feldman, Lucas Paul Farrell, Isabella Rose Fiore, Kayla Shannon Fitzwilliam, Scott Douglas Fitzgerald Jr., Caitlin G. Flaherty, Brecken Flounders, Kylie Page Foley, Sarah Brooke Folks, Sierra Alea Fallen, Francis Days Fallen, Kelsey Jordan Ford, Carson Fowler, Ryan Francis Fox, Victoria Frangella, Jordan Ingram Frangipani, Lucy McKenna Frederick, Henri Friedman, Miles Allen Carswell Gabay, Cole Gaccione, Matthew Galatano, Matthew McInnes Garrett, Julian Alexander Garris, Emma Claire Gogler, Olivia Ray Genovese, Alden Linwood Gibbs, Griffin Eli Gibson, Alexander J. Guido, Kayla Ann Gitter, Catherine Grace Godfrey, Haley Savannah Gore, Ryan Christopher Gormley, Haley Gressick, Evan Benjamin Greeley, Abigail Green, Delaney Rains Green, Evan Reynolds Gregory, Alexis Gabrielle Greer, Riley Gregg, Morgan Howell Gregory, Joseph Daniel Graham, James David Griffin, Christopher Hendricks, Elizabeth Drew Guy, Abigail Lloyd Grossman, Isabella Katrina Gualtieri, Thomas John Guzzo, Mason Greif, Amanda Marie Guest, Carly Marie Hackett, William Christopher Hare Jr., Rylan Bruce Haley, Jackson Gregory Hall, Elsie Caroline Hall, Brandon Allen Hadley, Logan Richard Geyer, Clark Michael Hurdle, Mary Frances Hall, Elizabeth Edie Hanna, Summer Bethany Harbert, David Allen Harmon, Catherine E. Harrison, Alexis Hartofelis, Olivia Grace Hartzog, Lakin Elizabeth Hawk, Lieutenant Joshua Dale Hawthorne, Jordan Elizabeth Hayduck, Skylar Michael Heggie, Grace Elizabeth Helen, Anna Karina Helton, Gracelyn B. Henderson, Shay Isabel Henderson, Kyle C. Hennessy, Olivia Ann Hennessy, Olivia Maria Herod, Liam M. Hickey, Chad Hickman, Erin Lynn Hild Laddebush, Emily Morgan Heiser, Catherine Gillander Hobbs, Davis Richard Hodgins, Amanda Michelle Hohenberger, Dustin James Hollingsworth, Bo Hollingsworth, Reeves Honeycutt, Ann Gregory Horton, Madison Almeida Howe, Avery Catherine Howard, Blackman Huckabee Jr., Hayden Whiteman Huey, Caroline Emily Hyde, Robert Culler Inhabitant Jr., Porter Adele Ingram, Caroline Elizabeth Inkman, Kaya Lennon Inskeep, Victoria Mary Ireland, Emma Ashley Eisenhower, Caitlin Marie Jakowski, Catherine Bailey Jackson, Anna Catherine Jernigan, Dylan Reed Johns, Caroline M. Johnson, Pierce Keely Jones, Julian Elise Jones, Catherine Elizabeth Jones, Brielle Lynn Junda, Zachary Scott Jury, Mackenzie Anabanet Kazmarek, Zachary Ryan Kane, Carson Kaiser, Agib Tibu Kaloga, Kaylee Grace Kaminsky, Derek T. Karsh, Mark Kassir, Patrick Quinton Casper, Blake Westhaven Kiesler, Marcus A. Keene, James Thomas Kelly, Alexandra King, Darivan Caitlin Clar, Caroline Jane Kohler, Nicholas Kirschner, Peyton Elizabeth Korzenik, Riley Ann Lair, Kirsten Ray Klee, Charlotte Ann Lamb, Bradley Joseph Kendrick, Melanie Elizabeth Landry, Ellison Elizabeth Lane, Matthew Christopher Larson II, Evan Allen Kirk, Austin McLeod Kelly, Lauren Elizabeth Knopf, Benjamin Michael Knott, Tamara Michelle Kraft, Laurel Grace Kunkel, Courtney Patricia Kuzbell, Catherine Lee Lally, Jeffrey Harrison Lancaster, Samuel Lawson Lane, Lindsay Diana Lane, Olivia Lane, Landry Reese Langlis, Courtney Savannah Lee, Isabella Rose Lee, Sarah Elizabeth Leeming, Sharon Lee, Griffin Joseph Lincoln, Catherine Stella Lippard, Alyssa Ray Lipsy, Peyton Taylor Lithgow, Wei Liu, Ruby Levy, Harrison Graham Johnson, William Ma, Christopher Evans Call, Ashlyn Saylor Logan, Rachel Nicole Legato, Jack Nathan Longfellow, Riley Lovelace, Alston Ann Middleton Lucas, Julia Marie Lupo, Montana Marie Lucier, Caroline Marie Mace, Laura Caroline McGregor, Phil Caesar Yapi Maffa, Riley Ann McGee, Kayla Amanda McGuire, Jackson William Mann, Mackenzie Marie Manfredi, Caitlin Virginia Marinelli, Fiona Marks, Luke S. Marlowe, Ella Marie Marcourt, Porter Holbrook Marshall, Jack Anderson Martin III, Caitlin A. Masai, Nicole Rafaela Massino, William Kennedy Mason, Sullivan Matkovich, Logan Christian Motter, Charles Ronald Mooney III, Noah Stephen Joseph May, Pate Buchanan Mayer, Wilson Glover McCall, Mary Catherine McLaughlin, Mary Patricia McMahon, Thomas Neal McCracken, Kimberly Exancia McCurdy, Charles Patrick McCusker III, Thomas Joseph McDonough Jr., Michael Gerard McGovern, Hunter Carl McKenzie, William Colin McNamara, Kyle Scott McReady, Caroline Marguerite Mead, Daniela Medvedeva, Graham Meisel, Brendan Merkel, Griffin Myers, Jonathan Alexander Miles, Andrea Miles, McKenna Lee Miller, Carly Maroc Miller, Harrison Stephen Miller, Kayla Rose Minutillo, Mia Catherine Mitchell, Cole William Monahan, Lauren Abigail Montgomery, Emily Marie Moore, Nicholas Patrick Morgan, Kendall Simone Mormon, Ann Morris, Riley Elizabeth Morris, Lloyd Conrad Morris III, KJ Morris, Jolie Rebecca Morrow, Casey Nicole Mosher, Charles Stewart Mount, Catherine Ann Mazzone, Aiden Peter Mullen, Jack Emmett Murphy, Summer Elizabeth Murphy, Lauren Grace Murray, Margaret Kelly Musgrove, Zoya Deani Myers, Jeffrey Paul Nadeau Jr., Alexander Michael Newton, Brianna Niskanen, Jack Bradford Norris, Danielle Laura Notley, Faith Marlise Nugent, Colin James O'Brien, Daniel Joseph O'Byrne, Molly Ann O'Connor, Quinn Thomas O'Connor, Caroline Grace O'Neill, John Desmond O'Connell, Nicolette Rose Acafinto, Caroline Michelle Ogburn, Lindsay Olds, Lieutenant James Patrick Opitz, Jamie Rebecca Overbay, Jade Lynn Overton, Presley Brooke Owen, Thomas Carl Papa, Molly Nicole Papalardo, Matthew Riley Parks, Clayton Derek Patnode, Cameron Walker Payne, Brooke Elizabeth Peralt, Jack Wykerly Perry, Caden Matthew Piccioni, Caitlin Phelps, William Blake Phillips, Abby Lane Polson, Caroline E. Mitchell, Sarai Palencia, Anna Lynn Parker, Darian Masai Perry, Riley Catherine Nix, Margaret Kinley Parham, Elizabeth Bryant Nix, Ryan Payson Panitz, Evan James Patterson, Andrew J. Patterson, Connor Matthew Peterson, Reese Leonard Petroli, Beckett Daniel Pettigrew, Abigail Lee Zerbel, Brian William Polk, Caleb Poor, Olivia Jane Porter, Benjamin Nichols Porter, Anna Jeanette Porth, Thomas Potenza, Wade Presley, Henry Alexander Dalton Putney, Brandon Ragland, Jackson Coolidge Rains, J.T. Ramey, Serena Davy Ranjit, Leah Catherine Ratchford, Caitlin Marie Ratliff, Merritt Joy Redden, Callan Bryn Reed, Henry James Repke, Sidney Tate Rapoli, Jose Alejandro Restrepo, Stephen A. Richardson, Presley Austin Ridgel III, Megan Elizabeth Riley, Hayden Kemp Rios, Brianna Lachey Rivers, Justin Lee Roach, Michael William Roach, Brady Roberts, Dean Roberts, Jesse Keith Roberts, Hunter Brennan Robertson, Antonio Xavier Rogers Jr., Tyler McKnight Rogers, Hannah Marie Romani, Dean Rose, Lieutenant Christopher James Roth, Christopher Thomas Roy, Derek Robert Ruiz, Alex Thomas Russ, Patrick J. Ryan, William McFarland Saby, Courtney Nicole Sage, Catherine Marie Sod, Adam R. Salmoran, Matthew Sams, Anthony Michael Santillana, William Lee Sayers, Claudia Rose Sherbin, Colin Gray Schmalzy, Rachel Wendy Schnack, Samuel Alden Schoenfeld, John James Scott, Brevin Patrick Scullion, Olivia Searcy, Jonathan Robert C., Madeline Seminara, Jonathan Logan Sertle, Kate Elizabeth Severson, Olivia Grace Seward, Kelly Elizabeth Shaunis, Morgan Shaheen, Gilbert James Shea IV, Jacob David Shearer, Haley Sheridan, Lieutenant Job Simon, Madison Ann Slubowski, Sydney Dale Smith, Isabel Madeline Smith, Adam Kalman Smith, Nathan Blake Snyder, Megan Riley Sommerfeld, Demetra Blair Spiropoulos, Hannah Catherine St. Laurent, Emma Stansel, Thomas McCraw Stevens, Lieutenant August Turner Stevens, Madeline Stewart, Luke Stockdale, Hunter Kerwin Stokes, Jonah B. Stump, Patrick Sullivan, Hannah Swain, Patrick Aiden Swain, Allison Michelle Swick, Carly Ann Sustak, William Jeffrey Taylor, Logan Christina Taylor, Anna Grace Roberts, Braden Noel Robertson, Lindsay Reagan Ebert, Emma Grace Sims, Chloe Nicole Templeton, Kaylee Ann Brandt, Meredith Reese Barner, Jillian Tess Ruddle, Catherine Alice Summers, Grace E. Thexton, Kate McLaurin Thomas, Dawson Lawrence Thompson, Jackson D. Thompson, Caitlin Thompson, William Joseph Throp, Davis Worthington Throp, Aiden Jeffrey Tice, Maddie Ryan Tomberlin, Shay McGovern Trainer, Stephen Tran, William Trebus, Julia Ann Tripodi, Jean Finn Tulamari, Camille Turk, Hayden Turner, Olivia Ann Turpin, Carl Allen Undheim, Christopher Thomas Valvano, Bailey Ryan Van Byra, Laurel Sylvia Vardakis, Ryan Vella, Gabrielle Christine Villacana, Annika Riley Vincent, Joel Patrick Viola, Louis Francis Voorhees III, Taylor Alexandra Vredes, Robert John Wojciech II, Jane Catherine Walfelt, Marilyn Candace Waldrop, Stephen Andrew Wall, Taylor Imani Walls, Julia Marie Walsh, Matthew Ian Walsh, Daly Catherine Walsh, Ian Mackenzie Walter, Shelby Elizabeth Wanzer, Bradley H. Ward, Kingsley M. Weber, Justin Adam Westervelt, Olivia Peace Warlick, Isabel Ariel Welton, Taylor Alexis Walters, Caroline Elise Weaver, Amanda Caitlin Watson, Savannah R. Wiebe, William Samuel Westfall, Isabel Faith White, Samuel B. White, Kerrigan Amanda White, Patrick James Whiting, Emma Jade Wilk, Baylor Sullivan Williams, Richard Lanier Williams III, Peyton Coleman Williams, Sarah Catherine Williams, Fiona Wilmot, Sarah Carol Wilson, Ellie Wilson, Olivia Grace Wolf, Aaliyah K. Woodard, Olivia Faith Yarborough, Jasmine Young, Haley B. Younger, Caitlin Elizabeth Zafuto, Gina Zapola, Matthew Daniel Zielinski, Jack Andrew Zenkert, Giovanni Zenteno, Sydney Marie Zemer, Matthew Arthur Ziegler, Michael Zizadoro, Alexander Dozagon, Lindsay G. Hawley,
How about another really loud round of applause for our newest graduates? I would now like to invite Will Brazington, Chief Executive Officer of the Clemson Alumni Association, to the stage.
Well, thank you, President Clements. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of the Clemson Alumni Association, please allow me to officially welcome each of our new graduates to the Clemson alumni family. Graduates, today marks an important milestone. It's the beginning of the next phase of your lifelong relationship with Clemson. I know as you prepare to leave this place later today, you will embark on new adventures in places across the country and around the globe as you begin new jobs, continue your educational pursuits in grad school, or perhaps enlist in service organizations. But wherever life takes you, please allow me to urge you and charge you to make every effort to stay connected with Clemson University. You see, our alma mater's future is only brighter with each of you as an active and contributing member in it. And there's many ways for you to remain connected with Clemson. You might consider joining a Clemson club, an alumni club in one of your future places of residence, or mentoring a student of tomorrow who will one day walk in your footsteps. Perhaps you'll serve as a meaningful advocate for a prospective student to Clemson. Maybe you'll philanthropically support a program or an initiative that has meant so much to your Clemson journey. Or it may just be as simple as choosing to come back as often as you can to our beautiful campus to reunite with your friends and fellow classmates. Whatever it is, and whenever it makes sense to you, I want you to know that your Clemson Alumni Association exists to help maintain your special connection to Clemson. As long as you stay in touch with the Alumni Association, we'll keep you in touch with your alma mater. So, I say congratulations, welcome to the family, and on behalf of 180,000 living alumni worldwide, go Tigers!
Well, thank you, Will. Congratulations again to the class of 2024. Your graduating class represents 47 states across the country and 48 countries across the globe. Every single one of you should be extremely proud of what you just accomplished. You just graduated from one of the best public universities in the country. Congratulations. You received a high-quality education from a world-class faculty, many of whom are among the top experts in their fields. Some pretty amazing things happened during your time here at Clemson. Many of you began your academic careers at Clemson, where the Wilbur O. and Ann Powers College of Business opened its doors. Many of you were students when the first pitch was thrown during the inaugural season of Clemson softball. You were here when our women's lacrosse team took the field for the first time last year, and you were part of our inaugural gymnastics season this year. You were also here when we won the national championship in men's soccer, both in 2021 and again this past fall. I know there are some soccer men here. Let's congratulate them. During your time at Clemson, we dedicated and opened the Samuel J. Cadden Chapel. And you were here when we opened the Daniel Hall renovation and expansion for the first day of class in 2023. Recently, Clemson was named among the top 3 most trusted public universities in the nation. And this past fall, Wall Street Journal ranked Clemson as the #1 university in the state and among the top 25 best universities in the country. We are continuing to build for the future across all of our campuses and on our main campus. And one of those buildings is the new Alumni and Visitor Center. And I hope that you will come back and spend time in that new building now that you are alums. You really are a very unique class. For many of you, this is your very first in-person graduation. Many of you unfortunately ended your high school career during the COVID-19 pandemic, and many of you never had a chance to wear a cap and gown or to celebrate your accomplishments with your family and friends and loved ones. You began your freshman year at Clemson during the pandemic, uncertain of what college would look like, but we all navigated through it together. And you are here, ready to graduate and take on the world. I hope that your Clemson experience has been everything that you hoped it would be, and that we taught you more than your academic subjects. I hope that we instilled in you the core values that we hold so dear: integrity, respect, diversity, patriotism, excellence, and self-reliance. I hope that we challenged you and inspired you to think critically and to be engaged with your community and the world and to make a difference every single day. All of you are an inspiration. All of you are an inspiration. You're an inspiration to your friends, to your family, and to your community. Please remember all of those who helped to support you along your journey, and please help those who are following behind you. The world needs you. We need you to tackle the challenges that we are facing. And I hope that you take what you have learned at Clemson and use it to make the world an even better place. I personally believe in you. I believe in each and every one of you in this room. And I believe that your impact at Clemson, in South Carolina, and across the country and the world will be significant during your lifetime. Now, as Clemson's newest graduates, and as a symbol of your achievement, you may move your tassels to the left side of your cap. Congratulations. You walked in today as Clemson students. You will exit this ceremony as alumni. Today you will sing the alma mater for the first time as an alum. Today your life as a Clemson graduate commences. Make us proud. Make your life matter. And please make a difference. May God bless you all, and go Tigers!
Will you please stand and join in singing the Clemson Alma Mater? The words are printed on the last page of your program. Please remain standing if you are able for the recessional of the stage party.
Thank you.